Hello, good morning students, and welcome back once again to another video for the class 9 gravitation chapter. In the previous video we started with the exercise, and today we are going to continue with the questions of the exercise. So let's begin. So the question is, students, the earth and the moon are attracted to each other by gravitational force. Does the force of earth is greater than or smaller than or equal to the force applied by the moon on earth? So we know that earth and moon, they both are applying gravitational force on each other. The question asked here is, does the earth attract the moon more, or the force of the earth on moon is more than or smaller than or equal to the force applied by moon on earth? So that's the question. Okay, and you have been asked why. Whatever your answer is, then explain it. So first of all, the gravitational force acting on both of them is same. That is the third option, or equal. Now comes the why part. Okay, obviously why? The earth is much larger than the moon. Then why is the force equal? So if you look at the gravitational formula, force F is equal to G into m1 m2 upon distance square. In this case, mass m1 can be taken as mass of earth, and this case, mass m2 can be taken as mass of moon. If you find the force, then the gravitational force for mass of earth on moon and mass of moon on earth is same. Even if you apply the gravitational force of moon on earth, then also m into E, mass of earth and mass of moon, they will be multiplied, and the universal constant and the distance. In both the cases, distance is not going to change, masses are not going to change, and the gravitational force or the gravitational constant is also not going to change. And ultimately, the whole gravitational force between the two is not going to change. So simple. The force applied by the earth on the moon is equal to the force applied by moon on earth. That is the answer. Okay? Okay, students, so the next question is, if the moon attracts the earth, then why does earth not move towards the moon? Good question. If you saw the last question, that is F is equal to G m1 m2 upon d square, the gravitational force of earth and moon are same. They both apply equal force on each other. Then why does the earth not move towards the moon? Because the simple answer is, the mass of the earth is much greater than the mass of the moon. The mass of earth is much greater than mass of moon. Okay? And when the mass is more, the acceleration is less. So the gravitational force acting can also be written as mass into acceleration. Okay? When the mass of the earth is more, we need to find the acceleration. Why is it not moving? So we take force upon m is equal to a. We are talking about acceleration. So now the gravitational force is same for both. That is F of G equals m e m upon d square and gravitational constant. Okay. When you find this value, substitute over here, and then you can find the acceleration, which of them will move. And in both the cases you will see that first we use the mass of earth, okay, and then we find the acceleration. In the next case we will find mass of moon, and then we find the acceleration. In both the cases gravitational force is not going to change. We just saw that for the earth and the moon, the gravitational force is same. The only thing that is changing is the mass in this case, and therefore according to that, acceleration will be different. And the mass of earth is much more than the mass of moon, and because the acceleration is inversely proportional, so if the mass is more, then the acceleration is less, and when the mass is less, acceleration is more. It's simple mathematics. I hope it is clear to you, students. So when the mass is less, acceleration is more, and that is why the mass of moon is much less than compared to the earth, and so the force applied by the moon and the force applied by the earth, they both are same, but because of the greater mass, the earth does not move towards the moon, instead the moon moves towards the earth. Okay, that is revolve around the earth. Okay. Okay students, a numerical for you. What happens to the force between the two objects if, so there are three questions between the two objects, the gravitational force is acting and some conditions are given. So first of all, let us write the formula for gravitational force. F is equal to G m1 m2 upon d square. Okay, now the question, the first one. If mass of one of the object is doubled, so if mass of any one of the object is doubled, so let's say that mass m1 dash is equal to 2 times the mass m1. Okay, so now we are having 2 times the mass of one of the object. So we'll write the first case over here, that f of g is equal to g m1 dash m2 upon d square, and this m1 dash is 2 times the mass m1, so f of g equals g 2 m1 m2 upon d square. Now because they all are in multiplication, I can write 2 over here like this, so 2 into g m1 m2 upon d square. Now as you can see that this all of this part is same as our original formula. So I can write that the new force F of G is equal to 2 times the force F. So the original force is now twice, because the mass is double for one of the objects, and therefore the new force is 2 times the original force. Okay. Similarly, the second part. In the second question, you have been said that the distance between the object is doubled and tripled. So in this also we have two cases. What if the distance is doubled and then it is tripled? So over here we are taking distance d dash as equal to 2 times the distance d, and d double dash as 3 times the distance d. So we will first solve when the distance is double, that is 2 times. So I am writing f of g dash is equal to g m1 m2 upon 2d whole square. Okay, so twice the distance, so now it will be g m1 m2 upon 4d square. Okay, and this can be written as f of g equals 1 by 4 g m1 m2 upon d square, because 4 is also in multiplication, so I am writing 1 by 4, and this is our original force. So I can write f of g is equal to 1 by 4 of the original force f. So this force, the new force, will be reduced because the distance is now doubled. We know that when the distance increases, the gravitational force increases, and it reduces to quarter of the original force. Okay. Now if the distance is tripled, if it is 3 times, then we are writing this as 3 times the d. Okay, so the new force Fg double dash will be equals to g m1 m2 upon 3d whole square. Similarly, I will get 1 upon 9 into g m1 m2 upon d square, and now this is our original force, and therefore Fg double dash will be 1 upon 9 of the original force. So it will be reduced 9 times. Okay, I hope it is clear to you, students. Let's move on to the last one, that is, if the mass of both the objects is double, mass of both the objects is double, then what will happen? Simple. What we will do, we will simply write 2 times m1 and 2 times m2. So the new force Fg triple dash is equal to g 2 times m1 2 times m2 upon d square, and 2 and 2 equals 4, so 4g m1 m2 upon d square, and this is our original force, this part, and therefore I will write 4 into f, that is equal to 4 f of g triple dash. So if the mass is doubled for both the objects, then the new force will be 4 times the original force. I hope it is clear to you, students. Quite simple, you just substitute the values and you get the original answer by writing the value of the original force, and you get the how many times it will be multiplied, or how many times it will be reduced or divided. Okay students, I hope it is clear to you. Okay students, an actual numerical for you. Okay, calculate the force of gravitation between the earth and the sun, given that the mass of earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilograms and mass of the sun is 2 into 10 raised to 30. Don't get confused. Even though this is 6 and this is 2, you can see that in the power this is only 24 and this is power 30. Okay, so this is much more heavier than the earth. Okay, and the average distance between the two is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meters. Simple, just apply the formula. Force of gravitation is equal to G into mass of earth into mass of sun upon distance square. Substituting the values, you get G is 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 into mass of earth, that is 6 into 10 raised to 24, mass of sun, that is 2 into 10 raised to 30 upon distance, that is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11, 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 square. Okay students, now simply open the brackets over here. As you can see, this is 1.5. Okay, if I want to keep this as 1.5, I can keep it as it is. If I want to remove the decimal point, all I have to do is from over here multiply 110 and I can reduce the power to 10 raised to power 10 instead of 11. So I am taking 110 and multiplying it over here. So the next step can become like this: 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 into 6 into 10 raised to 24 into 2 into 10 raised to 30 upon 15 into 15 into 10 raised to power. Because this is 10, I can write 10 into 10 raised to power 10, because we have to do the square, that is why. Or I can write 10 into 10 raised to power 10, both can be written as 10 raised to power 20. Now all left is just simple multiplication and division. Okay, you can do that on your own. 2 3s or 3 2s 6, 3 5s 15. Okay, and the rest you can divide and multiply according to your convenience. Either you can multiply all these values and then divide it by 15 into 5, and then you can solve, or you can simplify over here and then you can move further as well. Okay, but let us first reduce the powers as well. Okay, so 10 raised to minus 11 and 10 raised to 24. So 24 minus 11, it becomes 13. So 4 minus 1 is 3. In the next step over here, I am writing 3. And minus 1 from 2, it becomes 1. So 24 minus 11 is 13. I am writing 10 raised to power 13 over here, and this 10 raised to 24. 10 raised to 30, sorry. 10 raised to 30, because 24 minus 11 we just did, and 10 raised to power 30. Over here 2 into 2 is 4, and this is 6.7. So I am writing 6.7. Over here 15, 15 5, 75. Okay, and over here I am writing 10 raised to power 20. You can simplify the powers even further. When I take this 10 raised to power 20 in the numerator, it becomes 10 raised to power minus 20. So the next step can be written as 6.7 into 4 into 10 raised to power 30 into 10 raised to power 30 into 10 raised to power minus 20 upon 75. Okay, and this can be reduced. 30 minus 20 is 10. So I am writing this once again. 30 minus 20 is 10. And 30 plus 10 is 23. So now, because there is multiplication, we are going to add the powers, and therefore this becomes 23. So all you have over here is now 6.7, 4, 10 raised to power 23 and 75. Simply solve this. Simply solving this gives you the answer 0.34 3577 into 10 raised to power 23 upon 1, because you have solved everything, and when you solve this you get the answer 1. Now you can see that in this particular case this is 0.35 and we reduce it to the standard form. So we remove this one decimal point and take it on this side, and when we do that we are multiplying it by 10, and when we do that we remove 10 from this side, and therefore the power is reduced from 23 to 22, and ultimately your answer is 3.57 into 10 raised to power 22. Now this, students, over here is actually the approximate answer. It can vary according to the values that you have taken while dividing. Okay? That's all for today, students. Till then, have a nice day.